Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name's Nate. I'm right back working on that Ford 545A backhoe project. If you're new to the channel here, I bought a Ford 545A backhoe that wasn't running. I knew that when I bought it, but I like old tractors and old equipment, so I went ahead and bought it. And we've done a lot of work to it. We got the engine out. We haven't tore it apart yet. That's coming. That's our goal that we're working towards. But we've been cleaning up a bunch of parts in the last video. We got the front bolster painted and the front nose piece. And today I want to get the hydraulic tank here painted and finish cleaning this fuel tank up a little bit. I cleaned it up a little bit around the bottom, and when I was brushing this dirt off here, I brushed holes in the bottom of it. So I'm gonna clean this, but be careful that I try not to put any more holes in that, and probably get the battery tray cleaned up, get all that stuff prepped and painted. But we'll just see how things go and what we can get done. All right. Oh, this thing's got a little bit heavy. Oh, this is nice and heavy too. I don't know if you can see, but look at how dirty that is. All kinds of grease and dirt on there, or oil I should say. But that's fixing to change. And on this fuel tank here, right there, I was brushing that dirt off there, and I brushed a bunch of pinholes right in there, so I'm going to try not to do that this time. So these two here, I'm not going to go as crazy with the wire wheel because I don't want to put any holes in here or there. I'm just going to use this little soft wire brush here and get it off, and then paint over the rest, and no one will ever know it's there. But this here will get most of it, and most of that's coming right off with this brush here. I am going to pull these bolts off here though and get this out of the way. And might as well pull this right here off. Yeah, most of this dirt's just brushing right off of here. Boy, it feels really good here in Florida today, let me tell you. that don't look bad for that side there. This top half looks much better than the bottom. So let me flip this over and we'll do the same thing on the bottom. And you can hear all that fuel in there sloshing around. So that's how you know that none of our pinholes are leaking. Oh, but it is leaking out of the top. Alright, let's try it. This. Alright, I think I'm going to call this tank good. Because like I said, last time I cleaned the bottom, I put about 10 little pinholes in it, and I don't feel like doing that again. So we're going to call that good and just paint over the rest, which there ain't much anyways. This here's the hold down for the tank that goes around the steering shaft. All right, now we've got the old hydraulic tank. Look at how thick. All right, one more side here and then the top. So we're going to stick with what we've been doing and use this paint thinner to clean all this up with real good. That way it'll be ready to throw some paint on there. Man, that is so shiny and clean. I mean, look at how good that tank key looks from what it was. That looks so good. This is just that black enamel that I used on the front grille there. I was hoping I'd have enough left over to do this tank, and I think I will. Think we might get lucky here. Can you even see, or is it too dark? I'll just let y'all imagine the fine job I'm doing here. Professional rattle can. All right, not bad. Not too shabby. So this battery tray here is pretty typical of what you'd expect to find on an older tractor. Not in very good shape, and tons of rust holes because water sits in here. Moisture from the battery, condensation will get on there, and a lot of times the hoods will leak. So that's typically what you'd expect to find. This is one of the catches for the hood lock latch. So I'm going to take this off so we can get down in here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get these cylinders, these steer cylinders, covered up, and anything else covered up. Maybe some of these hoses here, because I don't want to paint over them. That way, when I go to put the final coat on here, I can just paint over everything that's not covered up. And it'll make life so much easier. So I've got all the important stuff taped up and covered up on that axle there. That way when we go back and do the final coat, we can just paint the whole thing. And anything that I don't want to paint, I got covered up, which is mainly that cylinder there, the one on the other side, and right up under the middle of the bolster there, there's a couple of T connections where those two lines come together and come out the end there. So I've got those taped up too. And we'll go ahead and put a little primer on this battery tray here to keep it from rusting any more than what it already has. And then I'll come back and put some yellow paint on it. Well, that don't look bad. That looks even better. All right, I'll let that dry and then flip her over and put another coat on the other side. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the final coat on this front bolster here and the front nose piece. And all those threads, I'm just gonna take a die and run down those to clean the threads up. And another coat here on the front nose piece. So this paint is dried here on this front bolster and that axle. It is looking really good. Look at how good that looks. Look at that. Look, that looks awesome. And second coat on the front nose piece here as well. That's all done and ready to go. Put back together and back up on that backhoe. The hood is ready to go back on. The grill, front weights. So all I got to do now is put me a coat of paint on this fuel tank here, right there where I fixed all them little pinholes. It still hadn't leaked none, so I'm gonna put some paint on that, and then this video will be about over. Oh, sit still. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. We got a ton of stuff done. The second coat on everything, first coat on the fuel tank. I need to put one more on that. Next video, we're going to be right back on here. I've got to clean up I guess you call it the dash up there in front where the steering wheel goes through, and I've got to clean up the steering shaft a little bit, and the air filter, and then a few little miscellaneous things. So if you hadn't already, go ahead and consider subscribing so you don't miss what's coming up next. Hope y'all have a good one. Catch you next time.